ISKCON Coventry presents the Sunday devotional broadcast. Welcome and be inspired. Haribol.
Haribol, everyone, and welcome to today's Sunday program. So we've got a wonderful program lined up for you today. We've got at 4:35 Srila Prabhupada Arati by Tamal Varanam, Radha Roop, and a special appearance by Gurungi. And at 4:45 we have bhajans by Ishani Mataji, Pranav Prabhu, and Alpa and Arjun. And Jai Madhav today will be by Aki. And because it's Ekadashi, we're going to have Ekadasi Katha today by Patita Pavan Prabhu, followed by a very instructive class by Vidur Prabhu, and then Gora Arti by Patita Pavan and family, and main Arti by Pranav and family. And we'll have Nasingadev prayer later on as well. So we've got a wonderful program lined up for you today. And it's really nice to have all the viewers logging in and watching. It makes us feel part of the temple, which is something that we really need in sort of times like this. So recently we've had a lot going on in the temple. We've literally just had World Holy Name Festival, which was an incredible success. It was a massive effort by devotees around the world, and even in Coventry we had many things going on. We had many kirtans going on, and we were chanting every day in the evenings, and it was a wonderful event, and it really did feel like a festival. More on that later. So what we'll actually do is right now we'll go over to Tamal Varanam and Radha Roop for Srila Prabhupada Arati. Just a little intro for Tamal Prabhu. He's a wonderful young devotee, and he always loved to sing. I remember when he first came to the temple, he actually said to me that I want to learn how to sing. And at the time, he wasn't a very good singer. And he thought, no, I can't do it. I just kept encouraging him and saying, look, just keep trying and keep at it and you'll get better. And he's become a very wonderful singer. And he even got a spiritual master who himself is an absolutely fantastic singer in Lokanath Maharaj. And everyone knows Radha Roop is a beautiful singer with an amazing voice. And they've got a wonderful daughter now, Gurungi, who I'm sure is going to be a very good singer as well. She's already a great dancer. We've got some really funny videos of that. So without delay, we'll go over to Tamal Varanam's house for Srila Prabhupada Arati.
Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Bandhu Moye Shabadana Jahara Prashade Bhai E Bhavato Krishna Bhakti Hoi Raha Krishna Bhakti Hoi Raha Guru Mukha Arana ko Riyo Mane Asha Arana ko Riyo Mane Asha Shri Guru Charane Radhi Aisayo Tamavati Jai Prasade Pure Sharva Asha चक्षुधन दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुधन दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हरिते प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशायते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशायते वेद गाया हरा चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनहरा बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनहरा बंधु लोकेनाथ लोकेराज जीवाना आहा प्रभु गोर दोया देखो मोरे पदाचया आहा प्रभु गोर दोया देखो मोरे पदाचया एवे जश दोष त्रिभुवाना तुहे पाद लेना शहराना Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavan Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Oh Prabhupada 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 Oh Gurudev 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 Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Prabhupada Ki
Chair, thank you very much for that, Tamal Prabhu. It looks like we had a little bit of audio disruption there. It's always difficult now with COVID. Everything is now turned to Zoom, where previously we would have the temple with really high quality audio equipment. Now it's down to everyone's houses, their internet connections, and it's something that we're working on, and we'll definitely get it together because it looks like we're going to be having these Zoom programs for perhaps even another year. So one person that has got their audio set up really well is actually Pratyush Prabhu and Ishani Mataji. Sorry, Prem Prakash Prabhu and Ishani Mataji, who recently got initiated. Their audio setup is very nice, and we're actually going to go over there now for some kirtans, followed by Pranav Prabhu and then Alpa and Arjun. So we've got a nice schedule of kirtans for you today. So if they're ready, can we go over to them now? Okay, so it looks like we may be having a little bit of technical difficulty. Doesn't look like they're online. Maybe we can go to Pranava and family. They'll be singing. They've got a wonderful setup there. Pranava he himself is such a spiritual person. And it seems like it goes without saying for someone in ISKCON, but you really see the difference between a family that's trying really hard in Krishna consciousness, and Pranav family is definitely one of those. The entire family is so dedicated. They come for Mangal Arati programs, and the whole family comes. And even every single day, they wake up and do Mangal Arati. And he's got a son in Sudarshan, who's a fantastic Mridanga player and singer, and Titiksha, who I think is going to be probably the next Prime Minister of England. She's that fired up, and she's got that much power. And I said she's basically the female version of Shravan. Even without a microphone, she's incredibly loud, and you can hear her. And Satya and Pranava are very supportive of their children and really encourage them. So we'd like to go to them for some lovely kirtans.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. We are singing Suddha Bhakta Charna Renu. शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला भक्त सेवा सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूला भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूला शुद्ध भगत चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला शुद्ध भगत चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला माधवती भक्ति जननी सतने पालन कोरी माधवती भक्ति जननी सतने पालन कोरी कृष्ण बसती बसती बोली परमादर बोरी कृष्ण बसती बसती बोली परमादर बोली गौरा महाराज सब स्थाने करो मन रांगे गौरा महाराज सब स्थाने करो मन रांगे से सब स्थाना हरि हो आवी प्रणय भगत सांगे से सब स्थाना हरि हो आवी प्रणय भगत सांगे मृदंग भाज्या सुनीते मना अवसरा सदजाते मृदंग भाज्या सुनीते मना अवसरा सदजाते गौर विहिता कीर्तन सुनी आनंद हृदयानाचे गौर विहिता कीर्तन सुनी आनंद हृदयानाचे जुगल मूर्ति देखिया मोरा परमानंद होया जुगल मूर्ति देखिया मोरा परम आनंद होया प्रसाद सेवा करिते हामी प्रसाद सेवा करिते होया सकल प्रपंच जाया प्रसाद सेवा करिते होया सकल प्रपंच जाया यदि न गृहे भजन देखी गृहते गोलक माया यदि न गृहे भजन देखी गृहते गोलक माया चरण सिंधु देखिया गंगा सुख सीमा पाया चरण सिंधु देखिया गंगा सुख सीमा पाया तुलसी देखी जुराय प्राणा माधव सोनी जानी तुलसी देखी जुराय प्राणा माधव तो सनि जानी गौर प्रिया साक सेवने जीवन सार्थक मानी गौर प्रिया साक सेवने जीवन सार्थक मानी भक्ति विनो कृष्ण भगते अनुकूला पाया भक्ति विनो कृष्ण भगते अनुकूला पाया प्रतिदिवसे परम सुखे शिखर भूयता प्रतिदिवसे परम सुखे शिखर भूयता शुद्ध भगत चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला शुद्ध भगत चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला शुद्ध भगत चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Sachidai Chand ki jai.
Yeah, wonderful. What a lovely bhajan and very well sung. Pranav was one of those that in the temple, you just couldn't get him to sing, but Zoom has brought out a new confidence, I see, which is very good. We fully expect when you're back in the temple, you'll be singing there as well. Yeah, so this is a very wonderful prayer, Shuddha Bhakta Charana Renu, and I was listening to Srila Prabhupada class, and someone was asking, the Srila Prabhupada was talking about Sri Guru Charana Padma, and Srila Prabhupada mentioned something from the prayer, and then he said to his disciples, he goes, you sing this prayer every day. Do you know what the meaning is? And he goes, are you just singing it like parrot fashion? And Srila Prabhupada said, you must know the meaning of these prayers. So I've got the lyrics up, and I think we'll go through the actual translation. So it said, the first verse is, the dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, enthusiastic devotional service, and service to the pure devotees of the highest order are the roots of the creeper of devotion. So, Sudarshan, have you got the words up there as well?
Yes, bro.
Do you want to read the second verse?
The holy days like Krishna and Janmashtami are mothers of devotion. For those devotees who respect them, let the holy places of Krishna's pastimes be my places of worship and bless me.
Yeah, wonderful. The next one says, may I always visit all of the holy places associated with the Leela of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. So you might be saying, well, Gurusevak, it's coronavirus. What can I do? I can't go visit the holy dhams. Well, you can go mansikli. You can meditate and be in the holy dhams. It's actually said that those devotees, sometimes who are living in the holy dhams, are thinking of, my Guru Maharaj used to say, thinking of a sea beach somewhere. They're wishing they're on a beach. He goes, whereas the devotee can even be on the sea beach and be meditating on Vrindavan. So we should make sure as devotees, okay, we can't go to the holy dhams right now, but in your meditation every morning when you're chanting, imagine yourself walking through Mayapur, walking up to Yog Beat, taking darshan. And you can even see there's darshans on YouTube now. When the six Goswamis were around, there was no YouTube. But we're more fortunate now in that we can take these darshans. So it's a wonderful instruction. So next one, Sudarshan.
4. When I hear the sound of the Mridanga in my heart, I always desire to join in Kirtan. And when I hear the bona fide songs describing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, my heart dances in ecstasy.
And it's an apt one for Sudarshan, because he's a very good Mridanga player. And this is, you know what, we all love to sing and do kirtans. And actually we were reading Nectar of Devotion, and yesterday was all about singing. And it actually did say that through singing, you can go back to Godhead. It's amazing. The quote was there, I think, maybe from Padma Puran. And it's wonderful because I love singing. So to hear that, I was like, great. I'm not just singing for the glorification of the Lord. This is actually going to help me get back to Godhead. So brilliant. So next one, it says, whenever I see the transcendental Sri Vigraha of Radha Krishna, I am in bliss. For by taking their lordship's prasad, we can conquer over the material elements. Okay, so that's the next one.
One day, while performing devotional practices, I saw my house transformed into Goloka Vrindavan. When I take the garment of the deity, I see the holy Ganga waters that come from the feet of Vishnu, and my bliss knows no bounds.
Okay, wonderful. Seeing the Tulsi tree in my heart feels joy, and Lord Madhav Krishna is also satisfied. When I eat the prasad favored by Lord Chaitanya, it is a new life's experience. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur concludes by saying, whosoever attains the stage of enthusiasm for these devotional practices will be supremely blissful wherever he may be, even in his home with COVID everywhere. So very wonderful. Thank you, Pranav Prabhu and family. We'll now go over to Ishani Mataji and Prem Prakash Prabhu, assuming that they're online, and they'll sing a bhajan or perhaps do some kirtans. Yeah, there they are. Brilliant. So we'll go over to you now.
Hare Krishna.
Hi everyone.
Hare
Before we
Bol.
begin, just want to know, thank you everyone for giving us opportunity to join today's program. And hopefully we are audible, Prabhuji. If you are audible, just let us know.
Hare Bol. Hope we should be.
Okay, so that's fine. Thank you so much. So,
Okay, so let's start. Hare Bol. Welcome everyone. So please join me with kirtans. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gopinath Radhe Radhe Jaya Gopinath Radhe Radhe Jaya Gopinath Radhe Radhe Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, very nice. Beautiful singing and lovely audio quality as well. So we'll quickly switch over to Alpa Mataji and Arjun for the next round of kirtans.
Hare
So,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ramo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jai Jai Sri Radhe Shyam. Hari Bol.
Yeah, very nice. So we'll go now across to Aki Mataji for Jai Radha Madhav.
Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunj Bihari, Jai Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunj Bihari, Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jayo Girivaradhari, Jayo Girivaradhari, Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jayo Girivaradhari, Jayo Girivaradhari, Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana, Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana, Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana, যশোদানন্দন ব্রজ জনরঞ্জন যমুনা তীর বনচারী জয় রাধা মাধব জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী জয় রাধা মাধব জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে হরি বল।
Hare Krishna, very nice. So we're very lucky today to have so many kirtanis, and it's lovely to give everyone a wonderful opportunity to sing for the Lord and praise the Lord. So today we've actually got, because it being Ekadashi, Padmani Ekadashi, we've asked Patita Pavan Prabhu to give a class or read the Ekadasi Katha. And it's very funny, yesterday in the Zoom meeting when Patita Pavan Prabhu was asked to actually give Ekadasi Katha, he pretended the screen froze and basically just stayed very still. And it looked like the screen had frozen, so obviously he hadn't got the message that he was giving class up until Guruvani, his daughter, came and waved a hand in front of his face. And you could see that it actually wasn't a screen froze. He was trying to get out of giving class. So a good thing to note, parents, your kids will always give the game away. So be very careful. Patita Pavan is a very enthusiastic Vaishnav with, let's face it, an amazing beard. I mean, look at that. It takes dedication to grow a beard like that. I especially like the twirled up mustache ends. Very nice. So the Ekadasi Katha today is a very nice Ekadashi. Padmani Ekadashi actually only occurs during this extra month, this Purushottam month. So it's once every 3 years that we get to actually experience this Ekadashi. So we're very fortunate to listen to the Ekadashi Katha today from the lotus mouth of Patita Pavan Prabhu. So we'll go over to Patita Pavan Prabhu for the wonderful Ekadashi Katha.
Jai Gurumashara Prabhupada ki jai. Gurusevak, I nearly got away with holding the screen still, like you say, until Guruvani waved a hand and then it just gave it all away. So that was a bit of a surprise for me. So I'll start to read straight away because it's quite a long, slightly long katha, as it comes only once every 3 years. So Sri Sutta Goswami said, O Yudhishthira Maharaj said, O Janardana, what is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight, Shukla Paksha, of the extra leap year month? How does one observe it properly? Please narrate all this to me. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna replied, O Pandav, the meritorious Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight of the extra month of leap year is called Padmini. It is very auspicious. The fortunate soul who observes it with great determination and faith will return to my personal abode. This extra month Ekadashi is as powerful as I am in nullifying sins. Even four-headed Lord Brahma cannot glorify it sufficiently. Long ago, Lord Brahma told Narad about this liberating, sin-removing Ekadashi. Lotus-eyed Lord Krishna became very pleased by the inquiry of Yudhishthira and spoke to him the following pleasing words. O King, please listen carefully as I narrate to you the process of fasting on Padmini Ekadashi, which is rarely done even by great sages. One should begin his fast on the Dashmi, the day before Ekadashi, by not eating any urd dal, chickpeas, spinach, honey or sea salt, and also by not dining in homes of others or of bell metal plates. These 8 things should be avoided. One should eat only once on the Dashmi, sleep on the ground and remain celibate. On Ekadashi, the devotee should rise early in the morning but should not brush his teeth. Then he should thoroughly bathe in places of pilgrimage, if possible while chanting sacred hymns from the Vedas. He should smear his body with cow dung mixed with clay, sesame seed paste, kusha grass, and the powder of amalaki fruits. Then the devotee should take another thorough bath, after which he should chant the following prayers. O sacred clay, you have been created by Lord Brahma, purified by Kashyap Muni, and lifted by Lord Krishna in his form as Varaha, the boar incarnation. O clay, please purify my head, eyes, and other limbs. O clay, I offer my obeisances unto you. Kindly purify me, so I may worship the Supreme Lord Sri Hari. O cow dung, you possess medicinal and antiseptic qualities because you have come directly from the stomach of our universal mother, the cow. You can purify the entire planet Earth. Please accept my humble obeisances and purify me. O Amalaki fruits, please accept my humble obeisances. You have taken your birth from the saliva of Lord Brahma, and thus by your very presence the entire planet is purified. Kindly cleanse and purify my bodily limbs. O Supreme Lord Vishnu, O God of the gods, O Master of the universe, O Holder of the conch, disc, club, and lotus, please allow me to bathe in all the holy places of pilgrimage. Reciting these excellent prayers, chanting mantras to Lord Varuna, and meditating on all the places of pilgrimage located on the banks of the Ganga, one should bathe in whatever body of water is at hand. Then, O Yudhishthira, the devotee should rub his body, thus purifying his mouth, back, chest, arms, and waist as a prelude to worshipping the Supreme Lord, who wears brilliant yellow garments and gives pleasure to all creatures. By so doing, the devotee will destroy all his sins. Afterwards, he should chant the sacred Gayatri mantra of oblations to the forefathers, and then enter a Vishnu temple to worship Lord Narayana, the husband of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. If possible, the devotee should then fashion deities of Sri Radha and Krishna, or Lord Shiva and Parvati, out of gold and offer them nice devotional worship. He should fill a copper or a clay pot with pure water mixed with scents, and then he should cover the pot with a cloth lid and a gold or a silver lid. In this way, preparing an asan upon which the Radha and Krishna or Shiv Parvati murtis may sit for worship. According to capacity, the devotee should then worship these murtis with fragrant incense, a bright ghee lamp, and sandalwood paste, along with camphor, musk, kumkum, and other scents, as well as selected aromatic flowers like the lotuses and other seasonal blooms, and also very nicely prepared foods. On this special Ekadashi, the devotee should dance and sing ecstatically before the deity. He should avoid prajalpa, talking unnecessarily, or ordinary mundane conversational topics. At all costs, and before the deity, he should not talk to or touch lowborns. Sorry, I lost my thought. On this day, he should especially carefully to speak the truth and certainly not criticize anyone before the deity or others so absorbed. On this day, he should be especially careful to speak the truth and certainly not criticize anyone before the deity of the Lord Vishnu, the Brahmins, or the spiritual master. Rather, with other devotees, he should be absorbed in listening to Vaishnavas read the glories of Lord Vishnu from the Puranas. One should not drink or even touch water to his lips on this Ekadashi, and one who is unable to perform this austerity should drink only water or milk. Otherwise, the fast is considered broken. One should remain awake on that Ekadashi night, singing and playing musical instruments for the transcendental pleasure of the Supreme Person. During the first quarter of the Ekadashi night, the devotee should offer some coconut meat to his worshipable deity. During the second part, he should offer soothing bell fruit. During the third part, an orange, and as the night draws to a close, some betel nut. Remaining awake during the first part of the Ekadashi night bestows the devotee the same merit as that gained by performing the Agnistoma Yagya. Staying awake during the second part of the night bestows the same merit as that gained by performing Vajrapya Yagya. Staying awake during the third part gives one the same merit as that attained by performing an Ashwamedha Yagya. And one who remains awake throughout the night receives all the above mentioned merit as well as the grand merit of having performed a Rajasurya Yagya. Thus, there is no better fasting day in the year than Padmini Ekadashi. Nothing can compare to it as a giver of merit, whether it be a fire sacrifice, knowledge, education, or austerity. Indeed, whoever observes this sacred Ekadashi fast receives all the merit attained by bathing in all the places of pilgrimage in the world. After remaining awake throughout the night, the devotee should bathe at sunrise and then worship me nicely. He should then feed a qualified Brahman and respectfully give him the deity of Lord Keshav and the pot filled with pure scented water. This gift will guarantee the devotee success in this life and liberation in the hereafter. O sinless Yudhishthira, as you have requested, I have described the rules and regulations as well as the benefits regarding the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight of the extra leap year month. Fasting on this Padmini day bestows merit equal to that gained by fasting on all other Ekadashis. Thus ends the narration of the glories of Padmini Ekadashi, the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight of the extra leap year month of Purshottama from Skanda Purana. Jai Shri Ekadashi Devi Ki Jai.
Thank you, Pavan, for that lovely katha. Sorry, I think my thing's feeding back. Okay, so yeah, so a lovely katha. Whenever I hear the Ekadasi Kathas, it always takes me back to when Guru Maharaj used to actually give classes, and especially he would be in Coventry this time of year, And many times Guru Maharaj would actually give these kathas, and we hear them again and again and again. And it's lovely to hear that. And one thing I especially remember is when Guru Maharaj used to give the katha, he used to talk about the times when he was with his spiritual master.
That's right.
And he always used to say, these aren't the days. He goes, those days when I was young, when I was with my spiritual master, he goes, those were like Satyug. And now we're looking back at the times when we were with our Guru Maharaj. And honestly, it really just was a magical time. It almost didn't feel real. It was so amazing. They were the best, weren't they? They really were. And what can we do? I mean, I've actually recently ordered some equipment to be able to put a lot of Guru Maharaj's classes that are on video to actually upload them. So we'll be doing that. So we should have some of Guru Maharaj's videos coming out more regularly now. So moving on, we'll actually go on to Vidur Prabhu now, who's going to give class. Vidur Prabhu is the temple president of ISKCON Coventry and a wonderful and meticulously organized devotee. He's finally retired, so now he can actually dedicate his full time to the temple. And since he's retired about a month ago, he really has been working full out for the temple. So it's lovely. Haribo Vidur Prabhu. And it's an amazing thing when devotees retire, when they get older. With other people at work, they often, when they retire, they're like, how am I going to fill my time? What am I going to do? And for devotees, we don't have any of those problems because we know the temple's got plenty of activities to fill our time. So it's a lovely thing.
In the weeks leading up to, well, first of all, my application to take the voluntary severance, and then several other people also. And then the weeks leading up to the actual time when you're leaving, a lot of people are asking questions. Well, if you do leave, what will you do? How will you spend your days? I said, do not worry. I will have so much to do, and I will have so much to do. My days will be occupied, with the temple. Don't worry. And it's surprising how other people don't do worry about what they'll be occupying the days with. We have a solid purpose in life, dedicate ourselves to Krishna. Others don't. So they do struggle.
It's really true, because when I used to do university preaching, one person actually said to me, he was like, oh, I like going out clubbing, I like playing sports, I like doing all of these things. He goes, I don't want to do all the spiritual stuff that you do. I said, okay, fine. Even if you take it as what I'm doing, spirituality, going to the temple, singing, doing arati, puja, worships, that I enjoy doing that. I goes, out of the two of us, who, when we get to 70 years old, is going to be able to do the things they love? You won't be able to go to any clubs, you're not going to play any sports or anything like that. I'll still be able to go to the temple. I'll still be able to do my worship. I'll still be able to do my japa. So devotees have got a wonderful thing that they can do all the way up until the end, pretty much. So it's a lovely opportunity for devotees to always have devotional service there. And very fortunate to have that.
I was just remembering, because you're speaking on Guru Maharaj, he once said, jokingly, what does retirement mean? He says, when you're a good for nothing fellow. Good for nothing, you can't do anything at work. So they're saying, let him go, let him get.
I love Guru Maharaj saying. So you got a lovely class for us today. What is it going to be on?
I hope so. It's on chapter, select verses from chapter 15, because it is Yoga of the Supreme Person, Purushottam Yoga. And this is his month.
Oh, very nice. So lovely. So we'll go to Vidur Prabhu now for the class.
Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, welcome everybody to today's class. It's from chapter 15, verses 18 and 19. So I'm not sure if Shravan is able to put them up, but I will read anyway, or you can join. Yes, he is. So that well done. By the way, I must compliment Shravan and others, perhaps Pranav and Sudarshan. For some of the videos I was watching and the slideshows while others were singing, they're actually wonderful, wonderful pictures they've selected, and the darshans, really, really uplifting. Thank you. So text 18, chapter 15. Yasmaksharam atitoham aksharat api chotama ato asmi loke vede cha pratita purushottama. Translation: because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that supreme person, Purushottam, supreme person. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I'll read the translation again. Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that supreme person. Both in the world and in the Vedas, beautiful Vedas. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. No one can surpass the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, neither the conditioned soul nor the liberated soul. He is therefore the greatest of personalities. Now it is clear here that the living entities and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are individuals. The difference is that the living entities, either in the conditioned state or in the liberated state, cannot surpass in quantity the inconceivable potencies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is incorrect to think of the Supreme Lord and the living entities as being on the same level or equal in all respects, and this is something we encounter frequently by people who misunderstand our scriptures and what they are saying. There cannot ever be equality between us and the Supreme Lord. He is infinitely qualified to do infinite number of things. We are not. We are finite. We are very, very small. There is always the question of superiority and inferiority between their personalities. The word Uttama is very significant. No one can surpass the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 19. Yo mam evam asamudho janati purushottamam sa sarva vidbhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Translation: whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharat. So understanding who Krishna is, and Krishna here is declaring himself as that supreme person. He's saying, if someone knows me without doubting, he knows everything, because Krishna is everything. And what does he do then? If he understands who Krishna is, what does he do then? He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharat. So Krishna is saying that, Ultimately, I am the Supreme Person, nothing higher than me. If you come to realize that, then you will begin to worship me in full devotion. And here Prabhupada is explaining in the third paragraph of the purport, the word bhajati is very significant. In many places, the word bhajati is expressed in relationship with the service of the Supreme Lord. If a person is engaged in full Krishna consciousness in the devotional service of the Lord, it is to be understood that he has understood all the Vedic knowledge. In the Vaishnava Parampara, it is said that if one is engaged in the devotional service of Krishna, then there is no need for any other spiritual process for understanding the Supreme Absolute Truth. He has already come to the point because he is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. He has ended all preliminary processes of understanding. But if anyone, after speculating for hundreds of thousands of lives, does not come to the point that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and that one has to surrender there, all his speculation for so many years and lives is a useless waste of time. We have been transmigrating for so many lives, we don't know how many, countless lives. Yeah, but now, by the mercy of saintly people and Prabhupada and Gurudev, we have come to understand and to surrender to Krishna. There is a verse in the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna is saying, Bahunam janmanam ante gyanvan mam prapadiyate. Vasudeva sarvam iti sa mahatma sudulabha. After many births, many births, one understands Krishna as he is. Vasudeva sarvam, that Krishna is everything. Vasudeva sarvamiti. When? Bahunam janmanam ante, the end of many lives. So we've been transmigrating, we've been traveling through so many different bodies. But finally, by some mercy, we have, in this life, we come to dedicate ourselves to Krishna. Yes, that is the goal. We come to dedicate ourselves to Krishna. So you know, it is. We have come here by the fortune of some encounter with some saintly people in the past. That's why we are here. Okay. But here, Prabhupada is warning that if anybody, after speculating for hundreds of thousands of lives, does not come to the point that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, that one has to surrender there, all his speculation for so many years and lives is a useless waste of time. So if you go to text 8 of this chapter, 15:8, it is Krishna is saying, Shariram yad avapnoti yach chapyuktramatishvara grihitvaitani sangyati vayur gandan ivashayat. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The living entity in the material world carries its different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another. I'll read it again. The living entity in the material world carries its different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aroma. So the air is a medium for smells to move, to spread. The air is air is needed for smell to move around, and then you pick up a smell or a scent, a bad smell, someone's perfume, a nice fragrance, flower fragrance. You pick it up through the air. So the air carries aromas. Similarly, we have conceptions or different thoughts, different ideas in our head all the time, uh, different perceptions, different ways of thinking how the world is, how the world is behaving, how the world does things. We have different ideas in our head. A lot of it is speculative. A lot of it is speculative. So just as the air carries fragrances and scents and bad smells, the living entity in the world, us, we carry our different conceptions from one life to another. We carry our conceptions from one life to another because we haven't achieved perfection in our spiritual life. We haven't achieved the goal of our spiritual life is to stop all speculation, surrender to Krishna 100%, and then at the end of this life, we return to Krishna, out of this world. So then, because of that, we taken one kind of body and again quit it to take another because of our misconceptions. Our misconceptions. We are transmigrating, as you see in the picture. We are transmigrating. Why? Because we are speculating. We are imagining things. Our surrender is half-hearted. Although we may have taken initiation, our surrender is still not complete. Yet this month of Purushottam Yoga, the yoga of the Supreme Person, is saying, do something for me in this special month. Yes. This is a special month which comes every 3 years. Kartik is coming very soon, and we know how we do special things in Kartik. This month comes every 3 years, and it is more potent than Kartik. This was. Some of the things we should be doing, there's a list of different the niyams which should be followed in Purushottam Mas. It says increase the things which are conducive for spirituality. You have to increase the spiritual things. For example, japa. If we are chanting a certain number of rounds, and initial devotees are chanting 16 rounds, perhaps for this month you take a pledge. I will do more than 16, maybe 18, maybe 20. That's up to you. Right? But you have to increase the spiritual activity. Second thing, another thing you should be trying to do is reduce other activities which take you away from Krishna consciousness. Reduce the things which you do which are taking your focus away from Krishna. And it could be ordinary things. It could be a part of your work. Your work is really stressful, is bogging down. But by being engaged in that, it's taking your thoughts away from Krishna. You're supposed to be increasing your spiritual side, your spiritual activity, your spiritual meditation. Your focus on Krishna should be increasing, and the material side should be decreasing. Right? It may be difficult, but endeavor must be made. You must endeavor for these things. Other things you should do in this month is glorify Krishna. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Increase your chanting, increase your kirtan. We were earlier on listening to from a few technical problems right in the beginning, but there are some nice bhajans being sung. Really nice bhajans, and so beautifully. I'm really enjoying them. And it's a beautiful thing is, we would try to set up an environment where devotees who are now separated can take part in kirtan. And more people are getting involved. So nice to see Aki today singing. So nice to see Alpa and Arjun singing, and Harish Bhai, you could clearly hear in the background, he was on the dole or the drum. Thank you for that. We should all be doing this. We encourage you in your japa, join us. Join us. We're every day for this month of Purushottam Mass, we are doing japa session, half hour, 8 o'clock till 8:30. Then we are reading. Another thing is read scriptures. Increase your scripture reading. We are encouraging you by joining us in a japa session, at the end of which we're reading one chapter of Bhagavad Gita every day for all of this month. We're doing it. Last week we tried first time to try and make a part of this program. Well, we had a few problems, so we're not going to do that. We're going to have a break at the end of this program, and we're going to have a Zoom japa session. A Zoom japa session at 8 o'clock today. So please join us for that. And it really feels, if you close your mind and focus on your japa, it feels as if you're in a room full of devotees. It's wonderful, actually. It's really wonderful. Please join us for that. Another thing in this list of things, and there's a list of about 27, 28 things you should be doing. Unfortunately, one thing we definitely can't do in this lockdown, which is very nice normally, is to invite devotees, invite Brahmins, feed, and Vaishnavas, and feed them. Give prasad to the devotees and the Brahmins and the Vaishnavas. Unfortunately, we can't do that. It's a real shame. Another interesting one, I wish we can't do, but there is someone who is. There's a team of devotees at temple who do this. Tremendous, may the Lord them bless them, bless them, bless them. Clean the temple every day. Clean the temple every day. So there's a team. They don't do every day, but they go in once a week, maybe sometimes twice a week, and they do some tremendous cleaning service at the temple. So bless them. Then that's a list of 28 things, but there's one which says there's a special mantra for this month. Special mantra for this month. And 3 times in a day, you should chant this mantra. 3 times in a day, chant this mantra. This mantra is Govardhan Dharam Vande Gopalam Goparupinam Gokul Utsavam Ishanam Govindam Gopika Priyam. So, the translation of this mantra is, I worship the lifter of Govardhan Hill, who has the beautiful form of a cowherd boy, and who continually plays with the Gopas. He is the Lord of Gokul, wherein every day is a festival. Truly, Golok Vrindavan should be your goal in life. As it says in this verse here, text 8, if we are not careful, if we engage ourselves too much in our daily activities, which are centered around basically our maintenance, yes, if you're not careful, our daily activities will take us away from increasing our Krishna consciousness. It'll be like my daily material consciousness will take over. And when that happens, the journey out of this material universe back to Golok Vrindavan will not happen. Will not happen. Because, and why is, but you should make Golok Vrindavan, your goal. Because over there is no daily maintenance struggle. Krishna doesn't have to go out for part of the day to earn his livelihood. We have to do that here. In Golok Vrindavan, as it says in this verse, every day is a festival. Every word is a song. Every step is a dance. You understand that? Every word is a song, every step is a dance, every day is a festival. There is no struggle for existence in Vaikuntha. Here, because we have maintenance necessities, we have lots of anxieties. Kunt, we call it kunt, anxieties. Vaikunt means no kunt there. There is no kunt there. So it's where Vaikunt means the place where there is no anxiety. Wouldn't that be nice to go there? But you have to purchase that ticket. You have to continue start surrendering, and continue the surrendering process more and more and more. Give more focus to those things which are spiritual conducive, and give less focus to those things which are not so conducive to your spiritual life. Then there is hope. So Hare, I will read that verse again, and if you Google it, it'll. I should have done it, prepared it, but I wasn't. We can do it next time. But you can always Google this. Okay. The first is Govardhan Dharam. If you just do those two words, Govardhan Dharam, then several sites will come up with that mantra. So I will finish by chanting this mantra again. Govardhan Dharam Vande Gopalam Goparupinam Gokul Utsavam Ishanam Govindam Gopika Priyam. What a beautiful picture of Krishna. Wow. I worship the lifter of Govardhan Hill, who has a beautiful form of a cowherd boy and who continually plays with the gopas. Krishna doesn't go to a factory to work or an office. He plays with the gopas all the time. He is the Lord of Gokul, wherein every day is a festival. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Yeah, Hare Bol, very nice class. I especially like the point about making sure that you don't get too entangled with everyday activities, because especially in the current climate, I don't know if it's the same for yourselves, but I've found that whenever we're doing the daily activities, it's almost indistinguishable to tell the weekday from the weekend. Every day seems to be exactly the same day over and over again. And in that way, then you really have to take time out and say, no, today I'm going to do X spiritual things that I need to do and make sure I get them done. Because otherwise, the weeks, the months are just flying past.
Yeah, they'll just fly by.
So it's
weeks, months, and people like my age, you realize suddenly years are passing by. Years are passing by.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Like I turned 39 this year, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm 39. I remember when I was Sudarshan's age playing Mridanga in the temple, and now all of a sudden almost 40. So time waits for no man. I think the saying is, and if we don't take advantage of this time while we're still young and able, you'll regret it. So it's a very nice point from the class. I don't think we had any questions. Did we have any questions come through? No, it doesn't look like. Okay, so we're going to go for Gora Arti now. So hopefully we should have darshan from the temple, as well as Patita Pavan and family singing Gora Arti. Little Nimai has really come a long way with the Mridanga. I remember when he first started playing, the Mridanga was bigger than him. I think it's probably still bigger than him, but he's playing it very well now. He's learned very nicely.
And well done to Nimai for yesterday saying, I want to read part of the Gita also. So yes. Well done, Nimai. For your age, well done.
Encouraging. Okay, so we'll go for Arti now, hopefully to the temple and to the Pavan family.
Hare Bol. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai.
Namayom Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namayom Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Oh, Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashatya Desa Tarine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe, Jaya
Radha Madhav Radhe,
Jaya Madhusudan Madhusudan Madhusudan, Jaya Madhusudan,
Jaya
Madhusudan Madhusudan Madhusudan, Jaya
Madhusudan,
Jaya Giriraj Giriraj Giriraj, Jaya Giriraj, Jaya Jaya Manima Manima Manima, Jaya Manima, Jaya Jaya Radha Rama Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya
Sitaram, Lakshman Hanuman, Sitaram, Lakshman Hanuman.
Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me.
Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me.
Jai Jagannath, Jai Jai Shama Sundar Pyare Jagannath, Jai Jagannath,
Jai Jagannath, Jai Shama Sundar Pyare Jagannath.
Jai Baladhe, Jai Subhadra, Jai Maharani, Jai Subhadra,
Jaya Baladev, Jaya
Subhadra,
Jaya Maharani, Jaya Subhadra.
Jai Sachinandana Gaura Haji, Vishnupriya Prana Dhana Nadia Bihari,
Jaya Sachinandana
Gaura Hari, Vishnupriya Prana Dhana Nadia Bihari, Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Nitai Chan, Dekho Sakrata, Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Nitai Chan,
Jai Nitai Chan, Dekho Sakrata.
Nimai Nitai, Nimai Nitai, Nimai Nitai, Jaya Nimai Nitai, Nimai Nitai, Nimai Nitai, Nimai Nitai, Eka Chakra Dham Jaya, Eka Chakra Dham, Eka Chakra Dham Jaya, Eka Chakra Dham,
Eka Chakra Dham, Eka Chakra Dham, Eka
Jaya Satchidananda Nitai Chan, Satchidananda Nitai Chan. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur, 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 Nitai Gaur. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Shubhopad ki jai, Sachita Chand ki jai, Jagannath Siddha ki jai.
नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवारिकाचार्य अष्टदिवांगे श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी सल प्रभुपाद की जय। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवारिकाचार्य अष्टदिवांगे भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्रीदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से श्री कृष्ण चंद्र प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत दादा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्णा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन जय। यमुना माई जय। भक्ति तुलसी महारानी जय। राधा सीता चांद जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। एकादशी माता की जय। पुरुषोत्तम मास की जय। गौर प्रेम
हरि हरि
की
Well, very nice spirited kirtan there by Sudarshan and Titiksha. It reminds me of when me and Sandeepani used to do kirtans when we were little. They were nudging each other. We used to do that. It's a lot of fun. So we're basically going to move on to Lord Nrsingadev prayer now. So we actually have a few people that we are doing Nrsingadev prayers for. There's prayers for Tripti's father. She's a member of our temple. Her father passed away just a few days ago. And the Mahatma Prabhu asked, can we sing the Nrsingadev prayer for his aunt, Rosemary, who also left her body this week? And if we can have continued Nrsingadev prayers for Shraddha Devi, who's still recovering from a fall that she had, and also for Premanjri Devidasi, who's still recovering. And so if we can please have ongoing prayers for them and prayers for everyone during this time of COVID. So we're going to go to Ravi Tej Prabhu's house where Jai Krishna and Gaurang will sing the Nrsingadev prayer.
Good.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadaine Hiranyakashipurvashaha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Yato yami tato Narasimha Bahe Narasimha Hridaye Narasimha Narasingamadim Charanam Prapade Tavakar Kamalavare Nata Adhuta Singha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Janavrinda Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jagadhi Jagadish Hare.
तव कर कमल बहे नकामद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो स्तन वृंदा केशवद्रीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
Hari bol, Tagora Hari bol,
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol,
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol,
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ओम विघ्न विनाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की प्रहलाद महाराज की प्रभुपाद की गुरुदेव की संत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नाम से संत की जय हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण थैंक यू प्रभु
Yeah, very nice, very nicely done. It's amazing how fast the children actually grow up. I just literally last year, I remember Gaurang was so little running around everywhere, and now he's sitting doing kirtan with his older brothers. Very nicely done. So a few announcements. So basically, we'd like to say that if you can, everyone who's watching, if you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell icon, you'll actually get notifications every time we have programs going live on YouTube, because we have multiple programs going on even throughout the week sometimes. So it's very good to subscribe to that. Also, so that all of the actual notifications for programs, etc., are all centered in one place rather than being posted on every group, we've created a separate WhatsApp notice board group. So everyone's been added to that. So all the official notices from the temple will just go out into one place, that group. So do keep that for updates on what we're doing. During this month of Purushottam, we are going to have chanting every single evening at 8 o'clock. And there's a lovely poster here for that. So Purushottam month is very, very powerful month for doing austerities and bhakti. So we're actually doing that every single day. So we do encourage everyone to take part. And it's a lovely, lovely thing. It feels like you're actually with the devotees. Also during this month, we want people to actually sponsor Bhoga at the temple. Any dhan during this month is like even more powerful than when you do it during Kartik. So we'd like to thank the Bhoga sponsors for today. So Aruna Ben Shah and Tamal Varanam and family have sponsored today's Bhoga. We do need Bhoga sponsors for the rest of the month. So do contact Anuragi or Vidar Prabhu to arrange sponsoring a Bhoga. It's very nice to do it during this month. Like I said, it only comes once every 3 years. Also, every day after the actual chanting, we do a Bhagavad Gita reading as well, and different people take opportunity there to actually read the shlokas. So please do join in with that as well. We'd like to have thanks for all the viewers for viewing this week. Also, Praganesh Prabhu and his team have been cleaning the temple very regularly, and you'd be surprised. You think that, oh, because nothing's happening at the temple in terms of festivals, why would it need cleaning? But it's still, trust me, it gets messy. So Praganesh and his team go there every week and doing a wonderful job cleaning up. So nice thank you to them. And even the Pujari, Satyananda now is by himself, and he's managing all the services by himself. So big round of applause for Satyananda Prabhu, who's doing wonderfully. And he's doing all these by himself every day. He's dressing the deities and cooking morning and evening. And just at the weekends, Vidrani Mataji cooks at home, takes the bhoga to offer, and we actually do it here on the Sunday. But other than that, Satyananda Prabhu, he's doing very wonderfully, so we'd like to thank him for that. Also, the technical team behind the scenes, this wonderful program that you see happening, all of these nice transitions, this is all Shravan Kumar Prabhu behind the scenes doing everything. So you might wonder, how come we never see Shravan on any of these broadcasts? Because behind the scenes, he's doing all the tinkering and making sure it happens. So we'd like to thank him for that. And we'd like to thank everyone for their association in the Japa group, in the book clubs. It's been a very wonderful thing for World Holy Name Festival, and now moving forward for the rest of Purushottam month, it's a very nice thing to do. So, and thank you for everyone for viewing today. I hope you've enjoyed today's Sunday program. I certainly have enjoyed being your MC for the day and look forward to doing it again. So thank you everyone for joining us for this week. Hare Krishna.